So we're back out fishing and we're back at Norton Disney. I've turned up this time with no preconceived ideas of which lake I'm going to fish. I thought I'd just turn up, stroll round, have a look round, talk to a few anglers, the bailiff and whatnot. The bailiffs always put you right on here, they're all pretty sound on here. So yeah, turned up, got to the shop, looked over, peg 7 on Pettit'S was free, so I was like, right, I'll just have a look on a couple of the other lakes, up to Stocks, quick look round there, drove round to the car park next to Turner's and Holden's, parked in there, sort of walked with my bucket down the bank of Turner's. I had one fish had been out on Turner's, just didn't really fancy Turner's. I thought, you know what, I'm taking my bucket round to peg 7. Peg 7 on Pettit'S in winter is one of the prime pegs. It does so many fish, so it's rude not to. I found my spot. It's the same spot that Brass was fishing when he did the Corda video, the winter masterclass I think it was, at 26 wraps. From the Corda probe lead out, check the area out, so 27, 26, had a good few casts with that. 26 is clear as anything. Put the Fox grappling lead out, flick that out, drag that back. Honestly, it is so clear. Give it sort of 3 foot, 4 foot drag back, and then whipped it up, dragged it in. Not one bit of weed. When I fished here 2 sessions ago, fishing peg 2, out to the trees in the corner there, I think at 22 wraps, I had to be very accurate with that one because there was weed out there. This swim at 26 wraps, super clean all along there. I'm fishing 2 on Ronnie's and 1 on a zig at about 7-8 foot. I've popped the marker float up, well, did a couple of casts, just to sort of check the area out and check the depths. So I'm getting 12, 14 foot round there. So yeah, whip that zig out. Got to admit, it took me 3 casts to get the zig rod out with a 7 foot hook link trailing behind it. It's not the easiest to cast, but I always put a little bit of foam just to mask the hook, and it gives me, what shall I say, it gives me visibility. I can watch the lead and the hook bait flying through the air, and I can see that separation between the two. So I always like to do that with a zig. Get a foam nugget, cut it in half, put that on, and I can sort of watch that gliding through the air, and I know she's fishing effectively, not tangled. As long as you whip that clip nicely as well, you can see it just sort of ping out, and yeah, everything's laid sweet. But yeah, the other 2, like I say, they're on Ronnie's, 1 on a pink one. I was going through a couple of hook baits before I left. Mrs had gone to her old man, she was out, see some bait work, scent from hell, took the lid off. It's like, oh, they're pink and white ones. Lid back on, and the house stunk for about an hour, and I thought, they've got to be a good bait in winter. I'm going to give them a go. They've been in the cupboard for a couple of years, if I'm honest, but I thought, I'm just going to bring one. I whittled the pink one down a little bit. Just took a bit off it because it was a 15mm pop-up. And yeah, and the other one is, on the other Ronnie, is a Trent bait white one, active nut, so little 12mm one. I've done really well on those sort of over the last 6 months. Yellows and whites, Trent baits, you cannot go wrong on the active nut. They are a quality bait. But yeah, I'm super excited, as you can probably tell. I've got to admit, I've got some new camera gear as well, so I'm going to be playing about the quality of my videos. People should really see a massive improvement. Everything's going to be 4K now, and I'm just playing about with the settings on the camera. So massive apologies if sometimes the quality's not quite there, because I'm going to be playing about for the next good few sessions until I sort of find the optimum settings for the camera and what works well for me. But yeah, love me new toys and love playing with all the gadgets. It's all good fun, isn't it? But right, I'm waffling on. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to film it on a load of settings sort of first day, then tomorrow I'm going to change the settings, and then I do a comparison when I put it on, when I view it on my big TV at home, and then you can really see like the difference in quality and picture. So yeah, enough waffling. But yeah, look at that. When I turned up, it was beautiful sunshine on here. It really was nice. This peg, it was off the wind, peg 7. Wind's sort of blowing that way, and it just felt lovely. I was nearly stripping the hoodie off and into my t-shirt. It was that nice. But now the sun's gone behind them trees, I've got to admit it is rather chilly. But what I'll do, stop waffling, flip that camera out, I'll show you exactly where I've got them rods. Right, left hand rod is to, let's see if we can get a zoom in. Can you see that peg opposite there? That's the zig rod, fishing sort of 13 foot, and I'm fishing on a 7 foot Thinking Anglers black foam. Really rate them. I've caught loads of fish on them. And then the middle and right hand rod, they are bang on that spot that Danny fishes on the masterclass. To them 2 trees there, 26 wraps, and it genuinely is. It is really clear as well. So yeah, I am fishing effectively. I'm really happy with my spots. I must admit I've put about 10 spots out, but out of the 10 it's a little bit more than I wanted to put out. 3 of them didn't quite hit the clip, so at 26 wraps, just a little bit short. So yeah, it's a bit more bait than I wanted, but anyway, I'm not going to put any more in unless we get some action. If I catch one, then I'll probably top it up with another 2, but I'm not going to do any more baiting up today. It's about, what, 3 o'clock now? The time's just whittling away for sure. But yeah, look, it looks absolutely lovely. It really does. When I was here earlier, when that sun was blazing, it really looked beautiful, especially for winter as well. But peg 7, really nice peg. Oh, some more people packing up. It's be a good one for a social as well. Look at that, your pal there fishing that bit of water. And one rookie winter mistake I've made, I forgot my ground sheet, but hey ho, it is what it is. Still got a few bits to sort out, if I'm honest, as well, and get some food because I'm getting hungry. But yeah, beautiful swim, as they all are at Disney. I'm super excited for this session and quietly confident as well. I've just spoke to the 2 lads that are fishing just in that swim next to us there. He's been on, I think he said 3 days, and he's had one and lost it at the back of the bar out there. So it's not fishing its head off, and as far as they're aware, that's the only bite in about 72 hours. But the rewards can be had on this lake for sure. It's that central area, peg 7 and 2, out there, that middle bit of water. I think, is it peg 11 over there? Casting up to the middle, really good swims in winter, really good. So that's pretty much why I dropped in peg 7. So a lad I know, sound guy, he absolutely smashed this lake. Andy Goldsborough last winter, he caught loads fishing sort of this peg, and I think it was 2 and 3 across there, all cast into that middle bit. And I just couldn't walk away from it. I thought, you know, walk around there, I thought, do I go on the easy lake, fish Hodgetts, 1,000 fish in 10 acres and being a really good chance of catching one. You know, I've had them up to sort of 20, low 20s in there, so decent size and good stock of fish. But you catch one in here, it's generally an absolute unit, and they're stunning fish as well. But yeah, check that out. Look at the clarity of the water, gin clear. It is like tap water. Right, I'm going to sit back. No, I'm not going to sit back. I'm going to finish getting stuff sorted, stop waffling, and catch up with you soon with a bit more of an update. Right, let's have a look at the temperature of the water this session. I've had my hands in it, wetting my spools, wetting my lines like I always do. I use fluorocarbon lines, and they tend to be a bit wiry when they've not taken the water on until they've taken the water on. But yeah, look at that, 5 degrees. That is cold, proper cold. But what I will say is, driving to the lake today, I saw some snowdrops, and that's always the sign that spring's on its way, nature's waking up, and these carp are the same. So, very promising sign. Next it'll be the daffodils, and then it'll be a fill your boots fishing wise. But yeah, look at that, it's proper cold now as well, if I'm honest, not just in the water. But base camp set, look, we're all comfy, nice and warm in there, but it's a bit chilly now, that sun's not on me. But look at that, and now I'll go on, but it's looking good, and keep chipping away at this lake. At some point it's gonna come good for sure. But seen a bit of slicking up, sort of short, which is in deeper water, a bit deeper water, say like 18 wraps out, something like that. But I'm sort of thinking it's probably whoever was fishing here last, it's where they've had their bait. Whether it's fish feeding on it, who knows. But if I see any more, I might bring one short and fish over their bait. But we'll see. It's you've got to try loads of different things, especially this time of year. Different hook baits, different rigs. Just keep working it. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say, and make it happen. But yeah, it's not the easiest lake on the complex, so I think this one and Holden's bloody hard. Let me get back in that bivvy. They are bloody, really the two hardest lakes on the complex. Oh, that's toasty in here, that's nice for sure. But the rewards are there. I've only fished Holden's the once, and I caught within about an hour. And I think like Turners and Hodgetts, I've fished them loads. And I think I sort of was thinking when I was in that car park over there, and I sort of walked over and think, do I fish Hodgetts? Best chance of catching one realistically, the stocking density, the amount of fish in there, 1,000 fish in 10 acres, you're never far away from them. If you can hit that central area, you're going to sneak them out on there. But that's the lake I go on with my daughter, really. It's the small, they're a lot smaller in there. And there's some right units in here. Is it up to about 45, I think? Something like that, which is, they're growing year on year. It sees that much bait constantly, people spotting all year long, constantly, always at it. They're seeing a lot of food, these fish, and they're going to grow quick as a result of it. But right, I'm going to sit back, stick that kettle on, do myself a hot chocolate, and yeah, let's see what happens. 'Cause another couple of hours it's going to be dark o'clock. Right, catch you soon. So I've just made a decision to redo that right hand rod. I was just sat here thinking, you know, I've been fishing what, a couple of hours, 2-3 hours, and I thought, do you know, I've got the zig, I've got the pop-ups, 2-1 pop-ups that I want to bait on the deck. These fish are very clever fish, hard fish to catch, the fish for all the time, they know the game, and I thought, I just want to try something that's on the deck. So I've basically gone for, so pick that up, one of these sweet corn clones, one of the wafters, but cut a little bit off it so it's so it doesn't waft as much, so it's a bit more stationary, a bit more static, a bit more still. That's me sort of thinking. So yeah, I kept it on the Ronnie as well. I mean, I've caught fish on Ronnies, fishing wafters. It's, you know, it's a good little method, and especially with the bird life on this lake, if you get picked up, that is resetting itself. Stiff boom every day of the week. That'll be fine. You'll be fishing effectively. So yeah, but a little update. That's what I've done now. So that's it. So we've got one on a bottom bait, sweet-corn clone wafter, scent from L, and black little barrel zig foam. So yeah, I'm gonna sit that kettle on, warm up a bit, because it is bloody cold. I'm all in the shade in this swim now, and it is freezing. But right, I'll catch back up with you soon. So it's 4:30 now. It's gonna be dark very soon. Them rods are still, they're staying put. Sun's slowly going in. Soon going to be dark o'clock. Look at that, and it is getting really cold. The snug pack coat's on. There's only, there's 4 of us on Pettit'S. 4 of us crazy enough, brave enough to be out fishing in this winter weather. But yeah, you've got to be in it to win it, haven't you? And you're not going to catch sat at home, that's for sure. And it's a lovely lake, and I am quietly optimistic. I've had loads of tufties, coots just circling over me little baited area. So yeah, it's some people say the birds follow the fish, and if that's the case, one of them rods there could go ripping off soon. But right, I'm gonna sit down, chill out. I've got beef curry and rice for tea tonight. I'm gonna sit on my bed, heat that up, get that down me. By the time I finish that, it's probably going to be dark, so this will be my last bit of filming. Unless one of them rods goes ripping off. Failing that, catch back up with you in the morning. Fingers crossed. So 8 o'clock in the morning, not had one single bleep off them rods all night, absolutely nothing. There's birds that are circling. Let's see if this will pick them up. Yeah, probably can just make them out, circling over the spot around the area. So a lot of people do say the birds follow the fish, so hopefully that's the case, and this morning we can have some action. But yeah, not had one single bleep since I've been here. Last night it was bloody freezing. Skullcap was frozen over. It was such a clear night, no cloud. But yeah, it's not as frozen this morning. Still cold, light, but we've had a bit of cloud cover look, and it's certainly a little bit warmer than it was last night. But yeah, I've not heard a single alarm go all night either. So yeah, we're up against it, but we're here till about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Can't really pack up no later than 1. Gotta get back, and I think I was fishing from about 1 anyway. So you get 25 hours actually, don't you? You get an hour to sort of set your stuff up and get set up, and then 24 hours solid fishing. So yeah, but we're up against it, that's for sure. One thing that's good, the water levels, since they've put the drainage in, so I think they connected up like Turner's, Hodgett, Stocks and this lake all up to Stocks, and it goes out into the river from Stocks, I believe, and and they've put some big pipes in, connecting them all, interconnecting them all, so it's clearly worked. Don't think that's the case on Billy's, because I have heard the overpump on yesterday on there, so yeah, there's probably still having a few flooding issues on there, but I didn't see anything from the roadside, but yeah, I could definitely hear the overpump running, but yeah, looks promising for whatever they have done. Look at that. Also, what we got, 4 or 5 hours left. Let's see if we can catch our first ever Pettit'S carp. That would be a great buzz. I'd love that to happen, but yeah. So right, I'm filming this on my different settings today on P mode, so let's see if there's any difference in quality, and I can only apologise to everybody if the quality's been terrible from yesterday or is today. I'm just playing, like I said at the beginning of my video, new toys. Just got to get it set right for me and the conditions and how I fish. But right, I'm going to stop waffling and get that kettle on, have a nice brew and warm up a bit. Right, just to show you how cold it actually was last night, and I wasn't exaggerating. Nice frozen bucket. So yeah, it's nothing like yesterday. I was hoping for glorious sunshine coming over and having a lovely pack up this morning, but this morning, well, it'll be this afternoon, won't it? But it's looking like it's going to be a bit of a miserable day, but who cares? It's been a nice session. It's been nice to get out. It's just nice to be out, peace and quiet, chill out, and just a bit of a reset. I certainly like Norton for sure. It's not everybody's cup of tea, some people ain't keen, but for me, I think it's got so much to offer. All them 6 lakes, you can just turn up. You've got such a good varied choice, from 2 difficult waters to sort of, let's say 2 medium waters, and then 2 absolutely rock hard waters, Pettit'S being one of them. But yeah, right, stop waffling. I'm gonna sit back, get that kettle on and try and warm up a bit before I just do a steady, slow pack up. Alright, catch you in a bit. On one of my previous videos, I asked for people to recommend socks, and I was blown away by the response from everybody. I mean, I've suffered for cold feet for a long time, and honestly, I got so many people who recommended loads of different options and some really good ones as well. So thank you very much to everybody who put a recommendation in and sort of commented on that video. It was much appreciated. I've got another one to reach out to everybody about. I love my Tempest, but the only problem is the connecting pole elastics tend to get frayed and then snap over time. And I've had to purchase a elastic repair kit from Tracker. I put an overlay of that so you can see what that is, and yeah, it's a bit of a pain really. I've searched online for an alternative sort of solution, because I've got a JRC 2-man bivvy, and the elastics, the connecting elastics on them actually have it's like a rubber silicone sleeve over the elastic cord. And I've had that bivvy, bloody hell, must be 10 years. and they've never snapped. They're as good today as they were 10 years ago. So there's got to be somewhere out there where you can get repair elastics with like the sleeve over the cord. So I've looked all over online. I certainly can't find anything, but I'd really appreciated it if somebody could drop some comments below if they know where they've purchased some of these elastics from, and yeah, I can stick some new ones in my bivvy, get some and stick some in. I've only got one snapped at the moment, but yeah, I think I've actually replaced every single one and then one again, if you get me. So yeah, a bit of a pain. Apart from that, Tempest, mega awesome bivvy, but yeah, failing that, I've got to invest in one of the was it the Tempest RS, the new ones where it's like a pivot action instead of clicking the pole in. Suppose they probably don't even have the elastic in, because I think they work on a hinge. So yeah, and that's a very expensive solution for sure. But hopefully somebody can recommend some elastics that are like £20 and I can get this little issue with my bivvy sorted. But yeah, appreciated that. As for fishing wise, everyone, still not one single bleep. It's looking like it's going to be a camping session, but hey ho, it is what it is. If you follow my channel, you know that I post my camping sessions, catching sessions. Every single trip I get out, I film and just put it out there. If we catch, we catch. It's the realities, the struggles we all go through at times, and especially in winter. It's just it can be rock hard at times in winter, can't it? But that's it. We're all in the same boat. We're all struggling. I think this lake, I'm not sure if I've already said this, it's done one run in 72 hours, and the guy who had that run lost it, and that's the only bit of action in like 3 days. So I was up against it coming on here anyway, but while them rods are out there on that baited area, there is always a chance something could happen. So right, stop waffling. Please comment about what I said about them elastics, much appreciated. Catch up with you soon, hopefully with fish, fingers crossed. So we've got about 20 minutes left. Rods are still out, it's looking like a camping session. Still got the bivvy up, but that's empty. Most of the gear's on the barra there. Beauty of this swim, peg 7. I don't know if you can just make out, there's a fence there. It's a nice short walk of shame, a blanking walk, but yeah, that's one bonus with this swim. But it's been a good session. Again, it's only the second time I've fished Pettit'S, and I've learned tons about the makeup of the lake, spots, and yeah, it's certainly a tough one. It's not an easy lake, but I'll keep at it. I'm determined to catch one from this water, from this lake this year. That's the plan. One thing I haven't mentioned, if you're coming to Disney at the moment, your mat, sling and landing nets, they're all in the shop now, and you have to bring some form of ID with you, and I've brought my driver's license and I've left the card with them in the shop, so you have to return all the items and then obviously get your ID back. So yeah, don't forget that one. Bring some ID that you can leave in the shop. So it's only something they do during winter. Rest of the year they just leave it all in the swim, which is great really. It just makes life 10 times easier not having to bring them items, because they always end up wet through, especially if you've been catching a few. But yeah, they always end up damp and stinky in your van or car or whatever, don't they? But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody who supported the channel. It's massively appreciated. Last couple of months, subscriber count shot up, likes, comments, everything. I'm absolutely blown away from the support of everybody, so I'd just like to thank everybody who does puts a comment, hits the likes and subscribe to the channel. I will put a subscribe button there or there. If you could hit that button, it's greatly appreciated. I'm going to wrap up filming now. Unless one of them rods goes ripping off. It's another camping session. But I'm due to be out again in about 2 weeks, all being well, depending on rain and everything else. But fingers crossed I'll be out again in 2 weeks, either here or the new lake. That's the plan. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But right, stop waffling, wrap it up, tight lines, take care, see you on the next one.